things are going to get a little real here for a moment for the next couple minutes. I haven't shared this with many people. And I've been asked to share this. What's the most difficult thing to share? And knowing that people I know very well are on this and watching. How bad things actually were. And I'm not sharing for you to have pity. I'm not sharing, vulnerability does not come easy to me and most likely most of you. Not long ago, my husband, Paul, and I were constantly fighting and arguing. And we were arguing about money and the lack of it, really. Now, he's an actor. Actors have ups and downs. So yeah, we had some good times, good years when I had my corporate career for sure. And then there were some really hard times not that long ago. You guys, like I'm talking within the last 18 months. And I had quit my corporate job. I invested a lot of resources, money, and time into my business, which I know is the best investment I can make. So there's no regrets there. All I knew how to do was to hustle, because that's the way I was programmed. And things got worse. My relationship got worse. When the money situation got worse and worse and worse, and I'll share with you how bad in a moment, I went into work. I went into work so I didn't have to face my husband and have the money conversation. I worked overtime. Bills would come in and we would juggle. We juggled around from card to card, credit card to credit card, line of credit to line of credit. And the interest was literally racking up. And it got so bad, so hard for us to deal with, that we were having sleepless nights. We own 2 properties, a mortgage, like life in Toronto is expensive, a mortgage that was through the roof. And I have to tell you, it was really scary. On the outside, everything looked amazing, which was part of the pain. You should have been there with me to see my bitten nails, how we would fight at the mention of spending any money, how I would roll back and forth having sleepless nights, how I was blaming my husband for a situation and he was blaming me for my investments in myself, and how I constantly reacted to my daughter and wasn't there for her because I was working so much, because that's all I knew how to do. I needed to fix the situation. And so I just went to work and I snapped a lot. Can you relate to this? I wasn't present for Paul. I wasn't present for Eloise. And I wasn't present for my colleagues, and I wasn't a nice person because I was too busy hustling. And I thought, because I heard it a million times, in order to be successful, you have to hustle. You have to work hard. Working hard pays off. But I was doing everything wrong. That's the reality. I had no idea. I actually just was willing to say, I'm going to work this way because then one day it's going to get better. And again, I'm not sharing this for pity. And it's not easy for me to share, but I had this one day mentality, and I think you need to hear it because I think it's going to resonate with you, and I'm sharing it to help. So let me know if you can relate to where I am. We had over $100,000 in debt on credit card, line of credit to the max. That was January of 2018, that just last year. And I had this one day mentality and I was grinding it. then it happened, you know, when it was maxed out and there wasn't any more room. And I was praying for an answer. I was writing, and I had tools because I had used this information to triple my business just a couple years prior. I tripled my network marketing company in just 6 months, my income. So I had these tools, but I wasn't using them. I knew them, but I wasn't applying them. And I got real with myself, and I thought, no one's going to do this for me. No one is going to do this for me. And I have got myself in this situation. I need to take responsibility because I know whatever results are showing up in my life, it's because of my own thinking. And I'm not living in harmony with the laws. On the first page of your workbook, it says only those individuals whose beliefs are sound are in harmony with the laws of the universe and have been integrated with their behaviors will emerge as real winners in the new economy. Bob Proctor. That's my mentor. Why wasn't I using this? Now, let me tell you, before I made a decision and got real with myself, $100,000 in debt on all these cards, maxing it, like moving it around. There was substance abuse. It was a problem. I couldn't go to bed without tension. Paul and I were fighting. I used wine. We both used wine to overcome the fear. It was real and it was out of control. At least that's what I thought until I stopped playing victim. I stopped blaming others. I stopped blaming Paul. I stopped blaming my circumstance, and I took responsibility. You should have been there, though, to see me play victim, because I played very well, to hear me blame. If you were there, though, when I took responsibility, I made a decision. I'm going to teach you about decision today. If you would have been there, you would have seen how I put the stake in the ground and I said, I've had enough. And I'm going to do what it takes. Can you relate? Have you had enough? Because I know people make a real decision and they take action when they've had enough. It was as if the pity party had stopped. I stopped it. This is what you're going to need to do. Think about this. Are you allowing your circumstances to go crazy in your mind? Over and over, running them through your mind. Are you letting that happen? I dove into this material to apply it, not just to know it. I made a decision, and with 6 months, the debt was no longer there. And a year later, my corporate income, no freaking joke, my Shelly, my assistant, amazing assistant, my amazing assistant, executive assistant, Shelly's on the line. And in January, she sent me a screenshot of the business, of the corporation. And it was almost my past 6-figure corporate income, almost, like so close. Monthly, that yearly income monthly. You guys, that's not long ago. But what did I have to do? That's what we're going to talk about today, because you are going to need to do the same things. And I needed to share that so you can see where I've come from. I'm not sharing this and not being where you've been. My situation obviously was freaking dire. And I hope that that's not you. But if it is, know that you can take control and you can change it. Before the end of the day today, or before the end of these next 3 days, Some of you on this call, you will need to make a decision. There are people on this call that need to make a decision. Now is the time. Now is the time. Because fast forward to now, it's like a year and a little bit, and we're vacationing every month. We're traveling when we want. I got to buy myself the handbag, and it's not about what you get, but it's about the person you become. And now I help hundreds, soon thousands of people like you do this. But I had to start with a decision, and I had to say I had enough. So I shared that story against my better judgment, but I was encouraged to, so that you could see what's possible. If you can relate, I'd love for you to send me energy, because I know people that are watching, and it's embarrassing. It was embarrassing to me, I've thought. Now I'm on the other side, so let me know if you can relate. Give me that Facebook, Instagram love, YouTube comments. Most of all, the best thing is that I'm free. I'm confident. I help others get this feeling. I love paying bills. I learned how to love paying bills when I had no money to pay them, when I was juggling. We're now investing in a home renovation. We made excellent decisions about real estate. I attracted people, millionaires, who became my mentors that I met out of the blue. A man at a concert, a woman at a coffee shop, who helped us make some really amazing decisions. I gathered myself, I got really invested in a community of like-minded people. And I shifted my thinking, and I applied this work. And then I could see what was possible, and I attracted everything I needed. I attracted the most amazing team to take this business to 6 figures a month. I attracted the most amazing clients who are on this call. If you're a client, say that you're a client, because I know I attracted you, amazing people, because I made a decision, because I applied these laws. And now in our home, it's so different than last January. You see a present Danielle. You see a Danielle that loves herself, that did a photo shoot in December, a happy husband, a Danielle who connects with her daughter, that doesn't work all the time, that connects with her husband, who's surrounded herself with people that believe in her, who I believe in them. And now we're investors in other people's companies and other real estate all over the world. Soon a cottage in Costa Rica. And we travel like you can't make this crap up. Over the next 3 days, you guys, I'm committed to sharing exactly about the universal laws. Today I'm going to share about 3 universal laws and the steps that I took, okay? That I had to implement. I couldn't gain the knowledge. I had to implement to change my life and literally my situation. I had to make a decision, which you'll need to do. Some of you on the call need to do it. Today we're going to cover the law of thinking and decision making, the law of cause and effect. It's number 1. We're going to cover the law of supply, and we're going to cover the law of sacrifice, and how you can make these laws work for you so that you can be confident, present, abundant, prosperous, happy, whatever that looks like for you. So let's get started.